Jono, thanks for joining me for our regular catch-up. We're coming into this one off the back of a 6-game block of Red Bull cricket. Obviously, Blast kicks off tomorrow. We're here at Lords against Thursday. The boys have been in for white ball training this week. How's preparations coming along?
Yeah, T20 prep is going well. We've only really managed to get 2 days in, obviously, with the schedule the way it is. We had a good day at Merchant Taylor's yesterday. The boys did some range hitting, which for people who don't know is people being fed out in the middle and smashing it as far as you can. Get used to freeing the hands and the arms up a little bit, and learning. It's an interesting technique to be able to smash the ball out of the park as well. It's not straightforward. So boys are practicing that. We also had a couple of spin nets where we're practicing against the spinners, sweeping, reverse sweeping, etc. Bowlers had a bowl through, target practice. We had a bowling machine set up. So yeah, it was a really good practice, and then today at Lords just doing the similar thing with a couple of nets and a bowling machine set up. So yeah, gone really well for the couple of days that we've had.
Good stuff. I suppose the arrival of white ball cricket gives you the opportunity to get some other players involved in first 11 cricket. Of course, you've got a relatively settled first class side, so there's been plenty of players just been sat on the sidelines waiting. Lots of rain has meant that we haven't had a huge amount of second 11 cricket to play, so there must be a few players chomping at the bit.
It's been really tough for the guys who haven't been in the first team. We talk about creating competition in the first team and pushing hard to get in the team, scoring runs, putting pressure on. You know, they've not been able to get outdoors at all. I mean, we've literally played not even a couple of days in total, I think. We've got a couple of T20 games in the last couple, where a couple of the lads had a decent chance to perform. But yeah, it's been very tough for the guys. But we've had to crack on and do the best we can with as many nets indoors generally as we can. And I feel for those lads, to be honest. But they've got as much as they possibly can out of it. The last couple of T20 games has given the guys an opportunity to have some time in the middle. And hopefully over the next couple of days or next week we've got quite a few second team games coming up, so they can keep putting pressure on.
Good stuff. Let's focus on the first of those T20 warm-ups for the second 11. Obviously, we played Surrey at Richmond on Monday. As I say, it was a second 11 game. It was a pretty strong Surrey side that turned out. I think ultimately we lost by 20 odd runs, but we put up a pretty damn good performance against a really, really strong Surrey outfit.
Yeah, you talked about a 6-game block. It's been a tough block.
Yeah.
I wanted to make sure that people who have been playing in that block come into the T20 leg fresh. Not just physically but mentally as well. So we gave a few of them that Monday off just to get away, spend a bit of time with their families, and then come in fresh on Tuesday when the squad got together. But a couple of the guys who haven't been playing red ball cricket certainly got a hit and a bowl. So that was really good. Got a bit of middle time for a few of them out there, definitely.
Good. On to yesterday's game. Obviously most of the squad that you've named in your squad to play here at Lords on Thursday, we're here training. You put out obviously a second 11 side against Sussex, and Mr. Bapara had a bit of fun, it seemed.
Yeah, look that way. Obviously a very good player, very experienced, international cricketer, plays franchise cricket, and a very inexperienced bowling lineup. That can happen.
Yeah, of course.
You know, every experience is a good experience, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So sometimes when you go around the park, you know what you should have done better and how you're going to improve next time.
Yeah.
And I'm sure those guys will come back strong through the next few games.
So we open up with Surrey here at Lords tomorrow. That's not going to be an easy encounter. Surrey, of course, are a proven and a very strong white ball T20 side. You've named a squad that's got a couple of fresh faces in it. We see Nathan Fernandez coming in, possibly to get his first opportunity in the first 11. Tell us about Nathan. Many people won't have seen much about him.
Yeah, Nathan's a very talented all-rounder, left-handed batter, left-arm spinner, smashes the ball really well, hits it clean, bowls nice left-arm spin, fields well. Really pleased with what I saw during pre-season with him. Seems to have the right temperament and character, but he's young, really young.
Yeah.
And you know, I want to have a look at him at some point during the tournament, whether it's tomorrow or further on. It'd be good to see him, see what he's got, but I think he's a very exciting proposition.
Good to hear. I suppose this just continues the plan that we spoke at length about last year, really, which is we've got a talented group of youngsters here. We're not going to rip up trees today. We're going to be competitive. We're going to win games of cricket. But fundamentally, what we're looking to do here is back that young group of cricketers for the future, see them develop under our watch to be competitive as a side and actually go out and challenge for honours maybe 2-3 years down the line.
Yeah, we spoke about it last year. We've got a plan moving forward that we're executing. I think I've said in previous interviews, we as a club haven't been successful for 15 years.
No.
Since the last time we won it in 2008, we've only been to 2 quarterfinals. We're not going to change that overnight. We need to put bricks in place to build that over a period of time and make sure it's sustainable. Just because we're doing that doesn't mean to say we can't win games now, and we'll be trying our damnedest to do that. We've set up a really good environment. The lads are enjoying being part of it. We're coaching T20 cricket, how to smash the ball out of the park, as I said, getting better at Yorkers. We're improving the technical side of the game.
Yeah.
Now it's about situations in matches. I've been in this situation before. I know what to do. I know how to get through it. I've been successful doing it. And those are the bits we've got to build into to a young team. As you said before, we've sort of highlighted a group that we believe will take this club forward in T20 cricket. And then with that, hopefully you'll get a couple of others coming through, like a Nathan potentially, coming into that group and showing what he's got. And then on top of that, once hopefully the financial side is settled, then if you add a couple of T20 players into that and maybe a domestic signing, who knows, but you start building a team and a squad of players that you feel that can really start to win games and win tournaments moving forward. But as I said, I know members and supporters don't want to hear about moving forward all the time. They want to see now, and I have been part of a club who's tried to do things shortcut and do it now and get the best overseas and try and fix it all together. And we weren't successful during that period either. So we're trying to do it a more sustainable way, trying to build what we have here even better. And we're really excited about it.
I think, Jono, just picking up on something you said earlier and adding to that obviously we just need a bit of patience here. But you said earlier there's no such thing as a bad experience. All of these youngsters in this squad that are going to be getting another go this year have another year under their belts. So another year stronger, if you like, for the learning experience they'll have picked up last year. That's all part of them developing as cricketers.
100%. I mean, you talk about the Surrey side we're coming up against. If J. Roy misses out on a couple of shots that he knows he can score, he's not going to panic.
No.
He knows he's just going to go back to what he's done before. He's been there before, hundreds of times. He's not going to lose any sleep. He's just going to go through it. Same with Narayan. You're facing him. He might bowl bad ball. He's not going to get. He understands. If he gets reverse sweat, he understands what to do. He's been there before. Yeah. And those are the experiences that you can't. You can't just develop a player. You need them to play games to understand how that works. And the best T20 sides now have that. And if you look at, for an example, our winter, we had 16 players throughout the winter. We had hardly any players going to play franchise cricket, 1 or 2 along the way. And interestingly, you talk to other counties, they only had 4 or 5 players in the whole winter because all their players are off playing franchise cricket. So it shows where we are as a squad. We're inexperienced. We haven't done enough to go and get franchises, but that's the aim. These boys now walking out tomorrow at Lords against Surrey, a televised game in front of 20,000 people, they start performing out in the middle. Franchises start looking at them, and that's how quickly it can change. So whether you're 18 or 30, there's opportunities now, and it's up to the players to grasp that with both hands.
We've just got to see that with Eskew, really. I mean, he performed brilliantly last year. He has done for the last 2 years, to be fair. He finds himself at the Big Bash, walks off at the end of the tournament as a champion. It's just incredible what can happen.
100%. And that's a guy who, over the last couple of years has put some performances in, started building up that knowledge base, is really aware of his run scoring areas, doesn't panic. And he's built that up over a few years, and now all of a sudden he's getting his rewards. He's travelling the world, he's playing in different tournaments, and I think that's a great example for some of our younger players to look at and go, that could be me. What a great, as I say, opportunity to do that starting tomorrow.
Absolutely. Well, Jono, thanks for your time. All the very best of luck in this campaign. It's a bit fast and furious, the T20. I'm not sure when I'm going to catch up with you next. I think you're off to Hampshire on Friday night?
Yes, Friday.
Yeah.
Monday, Merchant Taylors.
Wednesday, Merchant Taylors. I dare say let's have a chat after the Merchant Taylors' second game against Glamorgan. Well, frankly, me neither. It's the highlight of my week, my friend. Jono, thanks for your time and good luck tomorrow.
Pleasure.